Santos Sproxton. Watch it. Santos, Nikos.
JIM diving equipment for salvage work at depths of more than 300 feet.
Raw opium. An old smuggler's trick. Christados knows them all.
Get your men out of here.
Έτοιμοι να φύγουμε.
Now.
I have a couple of favorite lines of his.
Yeah.
One from Moonraker, which I think is the worst Bond movie, and that's when when Q is showing him the thing, it's a tray, and it cuts the person's head off, it decapitates the person, and he goes, "Oh, we must get those in the stores for Christmas." You know? But my favorite line of all time is "Live and Let Die," where
great movie.
Jane Seymour wants to have sex with him again, and he says, "Well, there's no reason to go off half-cocked."
Yeah, I loved it also where he's like caught like mulling around the estate in View to a Kill, and they're all looking for him, so he slips into Grace Jones's bedroom, and she like pops in, and he's like, "Oh, you did say you'd take care of me," and he's like,
"You did say we'd meet later."
I'm sure he and Grace Jones probably had a blast, and Walken was in that, so those three probably Walken, oh man.
Yeah,
but it's so here's the thing. You said Moonraker is the worst James Bond. It's pretty bad. It's pretty bad. But I think it gave way to the most realistic Bond, which was For Your Eyes Only. That's the one realistic mission, I think, that where you think, okay, this could be happening now.
Yeah, what they did was they had Lewis Gilbert on Moonraker, and he had done The Spy Who Loved Me, which I always call The Fly Who Bugged Me. And that's a Roger Moore line in Cannonball Run. He's talking about he's doing a movie, The Fly Who Bugged Me. Okay?
Yeah.
And Lewis Gilbert did You Only Live Twice, which is it's kind of weak. When you analyze the movie, it's kind of weak, but we just thought it was spectacular. And when we saw it as teenagers in the theater, all that beautiful scenery in Japan and everything, and I've been to Japan a couple of times, and if I won tonight's lottery, I would be back in Japan probably for the whole spring. I love Japan. So Lewis Gilbert had done those, and he was probably a little long in the tooth, I think, when he did them. And if you compare the You Only Live Twice and The Spy Who Loved Me, if you compare them side by side, it's almost exactly the same story, the same beats, the same sort of rhythm stuff and all that. And then they brought, I think John Glenn, didn't John Glenn, who was the editor before that? I think John Glenn came on and did For Your Eyes Only, which really re-energized that whole, the whole Bond thing got re-energized, and it needed it. It really needed it.
I was talking to one of the villains in For Your Eyes Only, Jack Claff, English actor, done a bunch of Star Wars, Perot. Anyway, and he said that they had a karaoke night one night, and Roger Moore starts singing, and somebody on the crew or the director said to him, like, Roger, we have plenty of real singers in the audience. If you really, if you want to hear someone sing. And Roger's response was, well, we have plenty of real actors here too, and that doesn't stop me from playing. It's just such a clever guy.
So self-aware too.
Oh, totally.
And not afraid of it. Not afraid of
in a way that's
sort of
endearing.
exposing himself that way.
Yeah. He's just in a way that's endearing. You just hear him. It's just. He's such a loss. Now,
Your road to redemption is paved with tombstones. No quarter, kill all masters. Go to noquarterkillallmasters.com. Rated R.